Today marks 1718 day of day lessons, day reflections. And today I want to reflect about consequences of old version of you. And I went to a dentist today, and I looked into the plan of my fixing my teeth. It will be a quite expensive journey to fix my teeth, and I was reflecting about my teeth, and all the way till 25 I didn't do a great job with maintenance of my teeth, and I neglected my teeth, and my daily habits was terrible. And there are so many things that needs to be done by 25 to my teeth. And I made a decision at 25 to really start to maintain my teeth. And even though that I was maintaining my teeth for well over the last 10 years, but because of such a long mismanagement of my teeth, there still needs now to be maintenance of previously fixed teeth. And just one consequence that one tooth root canal was not fixed properly in the past, and of course that creates some uh, difficulties that of course will create a little bit more expensive. But at the same time, there's no way to run away from it. And I was thinking that that's how life is. That we will need to pay the price for our daily habits. Sometimes it will be delayed. For example, now 10 years. 10 years I was waiting for paying the price for my teeth, and I could potentially ignore it and wait until it gets worse, and it will potentially go to 20,000, 30,000 to fix my teeth, or I could be able to really fix right now. And of course, my plan is now to fix my teeth and then really pay the price for the consequence, and really do the things that I do right now to really maintain the healthy teeth for the future to come. But I think that's such an important topic because I know that sometimes it could be difficult, and of course because $10,000 is a big amount of money, and of course you can allocate that money to a lot of different things. And sometimes you say like, why I was this kind of person. It's very easy to ask like why I didn't had the wisdom and understanding and knowledge to really do the right thing from the get go. And that's the thing that's what we have a tendency to do. Always ask. There's quite a lot of mosquitoes, so I hope I will not eat by why while I speaking. But that's exactly I really want to speak about seven truths regarding the consequences of old version of you, the mistakes that you did, the habits that you had, because as I said, we will need to pay the price. So number one is every debt gets collected eventually. And that's where I started. That when you have some kind of bad habits, you don't feel those bad habits. And you might be doing those habits for years until something really serious happens. And then you're not able to erase those mistakes. You're not able to restore certain things. Like if you lost a tooth, you're not able to restore the same tooth. You're able to really put an implant, will be different tooth, but you're not able to erase the mistake that you did. And that will be collected. And I think that we need to always ask. That's why it's very, very important to ask, okay, if I keep doing this habit, what will that lead to? What will that lead to? And we need to ask that question constantly. Because I asked on certain things that question, but on certain things I forgot to ask, and that's why we'll need to pay the price now. Number two, you don't pay for who you are today. You pay for who you were constantly, and that's interesting because when you look at who you are right now, it might be that you're the best person, the best maintenance person. Like you are actually consistent, disciplined, right. So that means that your abilities, your current habits are great. But you don't pay the price for current you. You pay the price for the old version of you. And that's sometimes it's even harder. Like, look, I'm doing such a great job, but now I need to pay the price for the old version. And I think that's again adulthood to understand that I will need to pay the price for the old version of me, old version of me. And most time I have wisdom because old version of me made mistakes. And that old version of, and I would not have as much wisdom as I have right now if not old version of me never made those mistakes. Number three, some things can only be managed, not restored. It means when you make mistakes, as I said, there's no going back. The only thing is that from now on point, what could I do? Because now again, the plan is not that say I'm able to restore where I used to be. No, I'm able to say where am I now, and then it's like what is the best option from where I am right now. You can really. Think about all the things that could be, would be, should be. There's no, but the only important thing is ask, okay, what could I do right now? What are the best actions at the moment? Because that's where everything is. Like there's lost time, some relations, some help. There is just need to manage current situation. Number four, regret is useful exactly once. And what it means once is that when you really look into what happened, and then you look at, okay, what do I need to do differently? So when you know exactly what lesson did you learn from it, now you're able to move and let it go. Because otherwise, it's self punishment. Thinking about and reflecting on it, there's no like a lot of things that I could learn from it. It's only one thing. I didn't take care of myself, and now I need to pay the price. That's it. And now I need to really make sure that my discipline is on point. There's no other things that I need to reflect on. Even though when I looked into the price point of my plan for the teeth, like it was like unfortunate, but at the same time I knew that at some point I will need to pay the price. I didn't thought it will be such a big price point um, for my teeth. Number five is maintenance always feels expensive until you compare it with replacement. So it means that maintenance feels expensive at $10,000, but if I replace and I really forget about it and don't do anything about it, that could lead to so much more expense. And in general, like when you think about sometimes when we want to do the right thing and maintenance, that means doing the daily habits might just seems expensive. Oh, I don't want to really do my daily routines, fixing my washing teeth, flossing, and all those things. But when you allocate 10, 15 minutes into your teeth, that maintenance, realize you don't need to spend so much money on fixing them. And I think that that's exactly what I was really good at last 5, 10 years in maintaining my teeth because I was always allocating time for that. That was my non-negotiable. And I think that if I had that earlier, I always all had the health of my teeth. But again, this is maintenance and asking like, what is more expensive for me? Do I really expensive to allocate 15 minutes? And in everything is that even in relationships, like when you think, do I want to invest my 15 minutes to really have a quality time with my loved one? Or will I pay the price when there is no connection between myself and other person? And there's in everything that we need to really maintain and nurture what we have. Number six, there is no version of adulthood without consequences. What it means that I truly believe that every single person will have some mistakes, will have some consequences. But some people will for bigger ones, some people are lesser ones. But I think that we need to understand that that is that is our responsibility, really making sure that we actually do the right thing. Do the right thing regarding the consequences of old version of us. Because no one else will be able to really to deal with that. We need to accept responsibility that old version of us was not as wise. Because it's interesting because if you actually don't think that old version of you was like it was very smart and intelligent and great. So who are you? That means that you never grew. And I think that's a beautiful thing when you reflect, okay, I am much wiser. I grew, I developed, I transformed, I evolved. And that's why I'm supposed to be appreciative that old version of me made decisions to really grow and improve and get better. The last one, number seven, is that the next 10 years will happen whatever you prepare for them or not. That means that at the moment we're able to really ask a question sometimes. Okay, like I didn't take care of my teeth for 10 years. Maybe I really messed up already. I could keep messing up. Or I could say, like, from now on, I'm able to really make the right choices. From now on, I will do the preparation in the right way. Because the years will go by one way or another, unless, and of course, the bus could hit us all the time. You never know tomorrow. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. But I think that we're able to live in a way that we don't need to pay the price. Probably will need to pay, as I said, that every single person makes mistakes. But but we're still able to really make right choices, that those consequences are not as big as otherwise, because we're able to be smart. We're able to smart. And then I think that this is again the question to reflect on. And I didn't reflect on this topic too much today, but I think that is an extremely important topic to reflect on. The last thing that I want to mention is that life rarely gives you the option to erase your past. It almost always gives you the options to stop making it more expensive. That's what I want to finish with today. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.